Hello and welcome to the session of Core Spring interview questions and answers. So before starting the session, if you're not able to understand any question, then you can try practically the same thing. All the demos are there on my GitHub repository. I will also specify the same link in the description. Okay, so first question, when the container is started. In case of Servlet, when we start the Tomcat server, container is started. But in case of Core Spring application, we do not have any server. So when the container is started? So answer is when we create the object of application context, at that time container is started. What is a Spring Bean configuration file? So this XML file is nothing but a Spring Bean configuration file, and we have a convention to write down that XML file, and convention is application context. So how to create object of application context? If an interviewer asks you, okay, write down the line. So you should be able to write down that line. Application context, which is the interface, and we have one of the implementation class path XML application context, which takes the parameter as a string, and that string is nothing but a Spring Bean configuration file. So who creates the object and when the object is created? So obviously container creates object. Then we have two lines. Application context and implementation is class path XML application context. So creating the object of application context, and next line is just assume that employee object is created in Spring Bean configuration file and getting the same bean, get bean employee. So we have point number 2 and point number 3. So when the object is created, so in this case we are using application context, right? So when we create the object of application context, object is created. So instead of application context, if there is a bin factory, in that case it's a lazy loading, and application context is called as early loading. So in case of bin factory, when we call the get bin method, at that time object is created. Okay, next question. What is the difference between bin factory and application context? So bin factory is an interface which has a sub interface application context, which has a sub interface web application context. So all these are containers. So what is the difference between bin factory and application context? Just we discussed on the last slide. This bin factory is a lazy loading, right? So when you call the get bin, at that time object is created. Application context is early loading. When you create the application context object, at that time all the objects are created. Then bin factory supports only two scopes, singleton and prototype, where application context supports all the scopes. Then bin factory doesn't give the support on internationalization, annotation based dependency, where application context supports internationalization, annotation based dependency, event handling, AOP. So bin factory is a deprecated one, but still it is used to create small application. And application context, it is used to create enterprise application. So these are some of the differences between these two containers. Okay, so how to inject the object? So we have setter injection and constructor injection. So using setter method, we inject the object, or using constructor, we inject the object. Then the $1,000,000 question is, what is the use case? What is the real life example? Where should we go for setter injection, or where should we go for constructor injection? So one of the example is constructor injection. So if you remember, thread has one of the parameter which takes the parameter as an runnable target. So here compulsory, mandatory, I have to pass the runnable target. So wherever we have such kind of compulsion, then we have to go for constructor injection. Okay, next question is singleton scope versus prototype scope. So single object is created per Spring IOC container, and here returns a new bin instance each time you request or a reference. So what is the meaning of request? When you call the get bin, that is what nothing but a request. What is the meaning of reference? In the Spring Bean configuration file, wherever you write on ref attribute, so that is what nothing but a reference. So singleton scope. So we have a requirement to create only one object. So what is the use case? Say banking application is there, and for that we want to create only one bank object. So we can go for singleton scope. And in banking, for every customer, we want to create new object. So that is what nothing but a prototype scope. So this is what the use case. Okay, so next question is singleton scope follows singleton design pattern? So answer is no, both are different. Singleton design pattern says that single object per JVM, whereas singleton scope says that single object per container. So if we have a multiple containers, then we'll have multiple objects. So are singleton being thread set? So answer is no. We need to write on the implementation for the same thing. What are the different bin scopes in Spring? So we already discussed singleton and prototype. Right? Single object per container. Prototype returns a new object each time you request or reference. Then a request session, global session. This is for the web application. A request for each HTTP request, session for each HTTP session, and global session. It's related to portlet applications. Okay, so next question is lifecycle methods for initialization and destruction. So in every platform, we need to do initialization and destruction, whether it is core Java or servlets. In case of core Java, we have a constructor. In case of servlet, we have init and destroy method. So here, in case of Spring application, if I want to go for initialization, what are the ways? So first approach is using Spring interfaces, initializing bin and disposable bin. Right. So under the initializing bin, we have to override the method. Same for disposable bin. Second one is POJO style, plain old Java object. Spring doesn't force you to extend or implement anything. If you want to implement anything without extending or implementing, that is also possible. And third one is JSR annotation, Java specification request. So where we have a post construct and pre-destroy annotations. So using these three ways, you can go for initialization and destruction activity. But just remember one thing, this container doesn't take care to call the destroy method. So explicitly instead of application context, we have to create abstract application context object, and then we need to call register shutdown hook method. Then destroy method is called. So next question is how can you configure Spring in your application? So there are three ways. Number one is XML based configuration where we create application context, which is nothing but a Spring Bean configuration file, and we create a number of objects based on the requirement. Then second way is Java based configuration where we have these two annotations, @configuration and @bin. So using these two annotations, we create the object. Third one is annotation based configuration. So we have various stereotype annotations, @component, @service, repository, controller. So using these stereotype annotations, we can create the object. So no need to create the object in that case inside Spring Bean configuration file. Okay, so thank you here, and rest of the questions we'll see in next part.